Hi there folks, my name's Novawing24 and welcome to another little preview video of Dovetail Games' upcoming flight school. So, as always throughout this series, I'm going to say thank you very much to the guys over at Dovetail Games for giving me access to access flight school a little bit early with this preview build. And I just do want to say to everybody a reminder that this is a preview build. This is not the final build that we'll be releasing to our simulated skies on the 24th of May. So please just keep that in mind while we are having a quick look at it. Now today we're going to have a quick look. We're going to have a look at some of the weather and see what the weather's like in this one. So we've done a bit of flying. We've seen some of the lessons. We've done some night flying. We've done some day flying. Now we're going to have a look at some bad weather flying. Neither of these aircraft are really good for bad weather flying, but we're going to give it a go today. So all right, let's get started. All right, so let's go to free flight. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Let's go with the Cub. Let's go with the Cub. Let's go with the red one, so we can hopefully be seen if we crash from that. So okay, let's just do that. All right. Now for this one, we're gonna do a flight. Now I'm gonna do one of my subscribers and one of the guys who commented, Jeremiah Bunyan, suggested that asked that we maybe have a look at Bangladeshi airport. So let's have a look and let's see if it's here. So you know. Nope. Okay, so remembering that many of the airports are quite old, so let's have a look at... Alright, so let's go Bangalore. Alright, so again folks, just to remind, yeah, so the airport database here is... It is still the old database. It's still not. It hasn't been updated. We should be seeing an updated database with the release of the full Dovetail's full flight simulator later in 2016. But for flight school, it is just the original FSX database, at least for the moment. Hopefully, we might see an update in the future, but for now, we just got that. All right, so let's have a look. A lot of airports around here. Is there? Alright, so let's just go for a quick one from Bangalore to Yelahanka. Probably going to get that totally wrong, but anyway. Alright, so let's do that one. Alright, so let's have a look at this one. So let's do some... Alright, let's have a look. Where are we? So let's have a look here. Let's do local time. Let's do dusk. Alright. Alright, but what we might do... is we might set it for... because night flying in a Cub would be a bad idea. So let's make this one 45, and let's bring that one down. There we are. So it's just heading into dusk. I think that looks good. Alright, cool. Now let's have a look at our weather. Alright, so let's have a look at... what do we got here? So we got... let's go with storms. Stormy weather. Stormy weather looks like a good idea. So it's a short flight, only 11 nautical miles, but should be interesting with these winds. Let's have a go here. Alright, let's get underway, shall we? Well, we've got a pre-flight pause here at the active runway, and that weather's looking pretty horrible, isn't it? But the texturing on the runway is looking quite nice, so maybe Rex have had a hand in this, I don't know. Alright, okay, well, let's give this a go. Alright, here we are. Our aircraft here. Yep, that's definitely rather horrible weather to be flying in. Definitely rather horrible weather to be flying in. All right, let's. But still, the sky colours are quite nice in the background there. All right. Right. All right. Let's just make sure we've got our fuel mixtures open. There we are, that's better there. I think it was an accidental keystroke there. Alright, I think we're good to go. Now let me pop up my, because I should have checked my flight plan, but let's pop up the GPS here. There it is. So it looks like we're heading out on, heading on 344 degrees. I'm going to throw that one over the side. Alright. Well, there's much to do here. Alright, let's get underway. This could be highly entertaining, I think, folks. Alright, and off we go. Do I run up? There we go. Cub just beautifully just taking off and climbing out there beautifully. I'm seeing a bit of texture flashing down there underneath the airport, so might be a exclusion issue. The weather effects are looking quite nice though, like the clouds are definitely looking very beautiful, and that colour sky is very, very nice. Nice little interplay on the buildings as well, which is good to see. I'll turn out over the airport here, the city of Bangalore. So not looking too bad. The weather effects are definitely interesting, that's for sure. Nice rain droplet effects there in the on the other camera. The Cub flights quite nicely though. I feel it should possibly have had the been fitted with the Tundra tyres rather than just the normal grass wheels. That would have been nice. I like the fact that it's even got sort of like a bit of mist in there as well, so I think there's been some very nice work done with some of the weather here, looking quite nice. Otherwise it seems to be quite stable, and it's definitely the effects. I should probably let me just check the winds, see if we're gonna see what the winds are like. 16 knots, so 16 knot crosswind. Not feeling it as much as I possibly thought I might be. The wind is increasing though. Want the RPMs back a little bit. I'm liking the fact that, you know, it's sort of like sort of fades into the hazing from the rain and the last few. I think we might get down and dirty in mugs, so that's what we have, and that's sort of a nice sort of like, you know, fade through effect that's actually doing quite nicely here. They're reminiscent of some of the stuff I see with Rex and with P3D, so that's quite nice. I'll take that. Definitely liking the light interplay in the buildings. That's looking quite nice. I'm quite reasonably impressed by that. You know, I like it. Yeah, you know, I'm liking the fact that it does have that sort of like hazing effect to sort of as you sort of cross through various clumps of precipitation and the like. That you do sort of fade into it. So then that's quite nicely done. It messes with the HDR lighting a little bit though, but still sort of very much tied to the sort of like the grid lines or whatever. But yeah, I'm still reasonably impressed. Actually, no, that's starting to get really annoying. How the fact that it seemed to be quite alright, to start with, but the fact that it's sort of tied to like almost like the grid lines of the scenery, that's getting a little old. That's getting a little old, but anyway. Still though, the actual flight effects while you're flying and visually sort of higher up is actually quite nice. It's just the interplay on the ground's a bit of a thing, but yeah, we shall see how this pans out for the in the final as well. Overall, the city's still looking quite nice though. Very smooth on the frames though, which is very good. We're going to be coming in with pretty much a headwind for our landing. So you'll see the lights just sort of peeking through the haze over there. Those sky colours are extremely rich and very beautiful. Very impressed by the sky colours there with that sort of sunset in the subcontinent. Very, very beautiful. And yeah, the weather effects seem to be all right. As I said, there's no real world weather input or anything like that. It's just based on themes, on the weather themes, and it looks like there's been a couple of extra themes added to what was in the original old FSX and P3D. Probably courtesy of the guys over at Orbix when they brought in Global, most likely. Alright, so we've got our airfield over there, so we're going to come straight in on a base leg. Okay, don't click that. That was scary. Don't run the carb heat apparently. Or don't turn the carb heat off probably, might be more accurate. Especially for this weather. Alright, let's turn in on our throttle down. Let's roll out onto roll into final. Cub doesn't really need much in the way of flaps when it's when she's slow. She's pretty aerodynamically stable as it is. I'll bring them in as we cross the almost across the threshold. Don't exactly need our stall performance at this runway. we'll need to have the full polar fuel, but we'll go in and get that, yeah, that crosswind, that sort of partial crosswind is definitely helping us to crab in. Get that a little bit closer to the center line. Blown a little bit there. Oh, boomps a daisy. Oh, I think I might need to replace the gear on that cub. But that's alright. It's a cub. It'll survive. It'll survive quite nicely. Okay, alright. So that's thunderstorms, and really kind of cool. I think graphically the weather effect looks quite nice. The texturing on the runway is actually quite nice with the rain effect as well. Couldn't really tell if it slicked up the runway much and made it sort of not able to be used, but overall still looking pretty good. As I said, the big one that really frustrated me there was the yeah, that was a bit odd the way it sort of, you know, was locked to the sort of just sort of ground sections and whatever. That seemed to be what it was locked to when it was doing the hazing. But otherwise, it looks absolutely spectacular. It does it there. The water spray and Valfin cockpit there. All right. Well, short flight. Let's try in some other conditions, shall we? I think we'll do another quick flight. And we'll have a look at some other conditions. Alright, so let's finish this one here. Alright, so let's end that flight. Cool. Alright, so let's try another flight. Let's do a circuit, shall we? Let's do a circuit. Let's do... this is one of my favourite airports, this one. One of my favourites. Alright, let's do Gibraltar. Alright, I always like Gibraltar. We'll just do a circuit around Gibraltar, I think. Alright, so let's change the weather. So it was stormy on that one. Let's go to light snow. Light snow, even though it never really it would never snow in Gibraltar. Let's put snow in Gibraltar anyway. All right, okay. So we got time of season. Okay, so let's do dusk. Let's do dusk again. I was actually no. You know what? Let's do dawn. Let's do dawn with snow. This should be interesting. All right. That sounds good. Alright. Yeah, just remember that the Cub doesn't have any icing equipment, so this could be really interesting, depending on how they've... It could be an interesting test, this one. Alright, so there we are. We've got snow. We've got snow on the rock, so the world is coming to an end with that one. So there you go. But anyway, that's looking quite nice. Very nice sky set, that one. Okay, yep. Quite liking the sky textures. Alright. Let's Alright, let's depart and do our quick circuit of the airfield here. One notch flaps on takeoff just to see how fast we can get off the ground here. Pretty much before the numbers. Nice. As I said, I just love the Cubs. The whole family is just of aircraft is just absolutely beautiful because of the fact that they're just so short takeoff. They just go for it. They really do. It's great. I must admit, I'm missing my the scenery I have for F6 and P3D right now, so I know how much more is going on in this place. The Rock's still done quite nicely. Alright, we'll do a left-hand pattern, because doing a right-hand pattern would be a bad idea with the rock there. So the snow, you know, it's thicker than the water. Actually, this is interesting because it gives you the snow textures on the ground now as well. So I haven't actually had a chance to look at these, I just realised. So that's kind of interesting and kind of nice. The fact that even though it's set to sort of spring summer, it's still recognising the fact that I've set snow conditions. So therefore, there's going to be snow on the ground. So therefore, you should put snow textures down. That's really smart and really cool. And I kind of like how it does that. It's simple and it works. I like it. I like it. Yeah, very much seeing the Orbix lighting there going on in that, and that does look quite handsome. It really does. We'll continue on our downwind before we turn onto our base leg. Short base here. Oh, I think I hear the engine coughing from the cold. That'd be good if it is. Very impressed that it does like the seasonal textures based on the weather theme as well. That's kind of impressive and something I haven't seen FSX do. So that's good to see. Let's wind the throttle back as we roll out on final. A little bit high. Only one bounce, not too bad. So I think I'm getting the hang of this cub, I think. Okay, so alright, reasonably impressed by the variations of weather. I know there's sort of this sort of default and stuff like that, but you know what? It's kind of cool and kind of interesting the way it seems to be a lot more responsive. Actually, sort of updating the textures that you're on. As well for the snow, which is something maybe FSX. I've never seen FSX do it. All I can say, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But I've never seen FSX or P3D do that when I've set that kind of stuff. Mind you, I also use Fly Access actual weather, so that might also be the case. Anyway, so there you go. All right, so you know what, the weather type thing and the sky textures are looking quite nice. Definitely seeing the influence of the extra sort of DX11 graphics on this one. Yeah, I'm still a little concerned about some of the flight stuff, but the flight modeling stuff. But you know what? It's still pretty good. And as I said, as a reminder, folks, this is what we're looking at here. Is we're looking at a pre-release. We're not looking at the actual release version, not the one that's going to grace our skies when it's released on the 24th. So please remember that while we're all doing that. I'm definitely remembering as I'm recording these videos. But as we come in and park here in Gibraltar, some appropriate buildings over there in the background. So yeah, I think we'll wrap that one on here. So we've now flown in night, we've flown in day, we've flown in dusk, we've flown in dawn. So we're here at dawn here at Gibraltar, and we've flown in a few different weather conditions. So I think we've covered off quite a lot here, which is kind of cool. And yeah, look, I think there's still some work to go, but as I said, this is a pre-release. This isn't the actual version that's going to race our skies. So looking forward to seeing what the final result is. But there you go. So, well, that is going to wrap up this particular video this week. Thank you very much for this episode. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget, as always, to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos and want to see more. And don't forget, folks, if you haven't already or are thinking about pre-ordering for Flight School, we'll be popping a link to the store, to the title on Steam as well in the description down below. Alright folks, well that does wrap up the video. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget, as always, as I said before, I've said it before and I'll say it again, yeah, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and otherwise folks, take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.